installing the Anaconda distribution of Python. In this video, we are going to take a look at downloading Anaconda, installing Anaconda, and Anaconda installation giving us different environments where we can interact with our Python program. So here's how you install Anaconda Python. Head over to continuum.io/downloads and it will actually redirect to this page. I'm working on a Mac OS and this website has detected my operating system and is recommending me the appropriate installers for the Anaconda distribution. You see here that we actually have two options for installing the Anaconda distribution of Python. One is the 2.x version and the other is the 3.6 version. For the purposes of this course, I recommend going ahead with any one of them, but here's where the real difference lies. The 2.7 version has been around for a while now and is still the most popular distribution of Python when it comes to production grade environments on the enterprise. The 3.6 version, on the other hand, has a lot of new features, but it's still new to the community. The steps for installing this distribution is a pretty trivial one, and I encourage you to actually download it by yourself. Double click on the exe, go ahead with the default installation steps, and then finish off the installation. It should just work fine. Once we install the Anaconda distribution of Python, we will actually get three environments to work with. The first one is the console. So if I go over to my terminal on my Mac, and for Windows users, this will be command prompt, and just type Python. There you go. The Python console is available to us and we can actually start coding and start interacting with our first Python program. So I'll just type the typical hello world program. And there we go. This is the kind of environment that would give you quick answers to tiny snippets of code, and wherever you're stuck with parts of a big program, you can just export off small snippets of code and see how they work before making it a part of your bigger software. The disadvantage of this environment are there are no ways in which you can save whatever you're working on, and so we really need some more sophisticated form of an environment to move forward. The second environment is an IDE, or an integrated development environment, called Spider. The way to launch Spider will be, you just go over to your terminal or your command prompt and type Spider, hit enter. It will launch an IDE like this with three distinct windows. One is the one where we write our program. The other has actually got multiple tabs where we can access the help, explore the variables that we have on this environment, explore our file system, or go over some static code analysis which we might check out at some point later on this course. And of course, the console output where we'll view our output. So I'll just press F5 to run this program and we'll have our first Python program on Spider IDE up and running. Before that, I'll need to save the script. So I'll hit Ctrl S and just say hello world. So once I execute this, you should be able to see the output on the console. There we go. So this was the second environment that Anaconda provides out of the box for installing Python. The third environment is kind of different, and it's actually a browser-based environment called the Jupyter Notebook. Again, the Anaconda distribution of Python provides this out of the box. So all you have to do is head over to your command prompt or your terminal and type Jupyter Notebook. That's the command, Jupyter Notebook. And once you hit enter, a notebook server should start and it should point you towards all the files that are present on the directory in which you executed this command, and we can choose to start a new notebook by going over to New and clicking over to Python 2, which is present under Notebook. In the next video, we will go over some of the features of the Jupyter Notebook, and for all intents and purposes of this course, we will keep things strictly to the Jupyter Notebook level. You are free to explore the different environments on your own.